What up, though? And welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions of the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It's your man, Curt. Today is Tuesday, September 6, 2022. On deck for today's show, I look at why the Lions put starting right guard Big V on the IR yesterday. Woo. And they claim offensive lineman Drew Forbes off of waivers from Cleveland. LL discusses how MCDC isn't ready to name the play caller on the offense. And Coach Mike looks at how the Lions restructured the contract for Taylor Decker to get some savings on that salary cap, man. But before we get into all that, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew, man. Fresh off his birthday weekend, man. I know he was tearing that thing up out there, man. It's my man, LL Cool Tones. What's going on, my guy?
What's on, Proud Nation, and good morning.
Man, and my man, Coach Mike Jones with that big shellacking this weekend, 28-0. Man, the defensive line coach from Jackson Northwest High School, man. It is who?
Yeah. It's the Wolverine coach, Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fans?
Hey, let's get this thing started
right now.
Lego.
It's Detroit Lions talk, baby. All right, people, welcome back. And today we don't have the most exciting news to kick off the show. So, Curt, go on, tell them this bullshit, man.
All right, fellas. All right, family. Y'all coming fresh off that Labor Day weekend. Everybody had a great weekend this weekend, but start off Monday was not a great Labor Day for the Detroit Lions, man. The team played starting right guard, Vaitai, Big V, as we call him, on the reserve injured list, man. That means he will miss at minimum 4 games to start the season, man. I think will be more like probably about 6. Big V has played well in Detroit since he's moved from right tackle to right guard last season, man. He was a monster, man, in the interior on the run game. He helped mentor Detroit Lions 2021 first-round pick Penei Sewell last year as well. Those two together, man, they was causing some havoc on that right side of the offensive line, just to be honest with you. Tommy Kramer and Logan Stenberg will be the next guys up to fill in the void for offensive line coach Hank Fraley. Fraley has done a great job making sure that there's not much of a drop-off in play when you have to bring in some of those injured guys, on some of the backups in. So, Big V, that dude's a mauler in the run game. We're going to miss him. He has big shoes to fill, whoever's coming in to take his place in that run game, because he does his thing. I know some people talking about, well, we got to cut him, blah, blah, we got to trade him. I don't no. And you're going to see why when he's out right now. The Lions did make another corresponding move, because, you put him on the injured reserve and now you have a roster spot open. Now they claim offensive lineman Drew Forbes off of waivers from Cleveland. So the 53-man roster is still intact as far as but this guy's a backup guy. He's not touted to come in and play right away. You got those other guys. You got, like I said, Logan Stenberg and Tommy Kramer is going to be stepping in to that role. We'll see who going to actually play that role once, we get into, later on in the week. But man, the season's starting off rough already. This is the second year in a row, man, that we've had a missing piece of our offensive line to start the season. Last year, it was Taylor Decker was out, and you had to move over Penei Sewell to the left side, and then Mark Nelson on the right. I don't think this is a big of a deal as that was last year, because I think that with Frank Ragnar being there, actually in the interior, the offensive line, I think we'll be okay. He knows how to direct traffic. I think that's not as big a deal as playing on the outside, but it is a blow to the offensive line, man. That was touted as our strongest unit going in, but I think Hank Fraley will have those guys ready to go, man. What you guys think about Big V going on the IR?
Man, that's some bullshit. I'm just going straight up because we had a top ranked offensive line, top 5. Most people think, even top 10. Some people think, and that's just not the news you want to hear. But with all that being said, Big V was our most consistent offensive lineman last year, many think, even though Jonah Jackson went to the Pro Bowl. You know what? I really think that it can be a plug and play with Evan Brown and Logan Stenberg. I would give Logan Stenberg the nod over Evan Brown, even though Evan Brown has more game experience, is because Logan Stenberg got that attitude on that right side. The right side is the run-heavy side of the offensive line. And if Logan Stenberg want to pancake people, got attitude and all of that, and that fits in perfect with Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell, that's like Aaron Donald. If Aaron Donald try and grab Penei Sewell again, which they don't play this year, but if they try and grab him again, Logan Stenberg gonna come from behind and gonna clean that clock. So I feel better. I feel better about that, that being the situation, man. So I'm not 100% yay, but I mean I'm not that down about it.
Okay, I feel you. What you got, Ella?
I kind of am that down about it. I don't trust Tommy Kramer nor Logan Stenberg. I hope that they can step in, you know what I'm saying, to make us not miss Big V that much. But I think Big V was very important. I hope it don't shake up things too much, as far as like our ability to run the ball. I hope we can still run the ball. But man, I don't like that loss at all. But when you're ready to come on back, we get this thing rolling just like you never left.
Now, if you guys recall, he did have that in between the Colts game and the Steelers game. He did miss some time, and then he came back for the Steelers game, and then Justin Rogers of the Detroit News, he tweeted something. It was a video of on a play where Big V was holding his back. He says, "I'm not saying that this one has happened, but this was a point where you can kind of see that maybe he wasn't quite right when he came back for the Pittsburgh game." And I get it. You get out there, you try to play, but we need you, man. We need that cat, man. So hopefully we can get him back here soon. I don't like it at all. Either guys, I don't like it. I just think that Hank Fraley will have those guys ready to play.
Yeah,
that's one thing that I can say, that I know Hank Fraley will have those guys. Whoever steps in, he will have those guys ready to play and to step in and do their thing. Because you look at last year, man, when Frank Ragnar went out, man. Evan Brown came in. It was like we didn't miss a beat, man. Evan Brown had played a hell of a season last year. Of course, you want your Pro Bowl center in there, but Evan Brown played well last year. And then even with all the other injuries he had on the offensive line, mixing and matching all season long, Hank Fraley, I believe in him. To me, I've said this time and time again, he is probably the biggest thing as far as the coaching staff. I know we're talking about all the former players, but for me, when he got him back, when he went out to Pittsburgh for the interview, I was like, I love the fact that we actually got him back into the fold and didn't let him get out of the building. So that was one of my key pickups for the coaching staff. But with all that being said, man, y'all know what to do, man. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. We on the march to 4K, baby. So go ahead. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. If this is your first time here, come on back, man, and be a part of the Prowl Nation family, man. So our family discussion topic for today is, what are your thoughts on the Big V injury, man? Let us know. Does this change your outlook on the start of the season? So again, does the Big V injury change your outlook on the season? So do you think we're going to lose a couple of games because he's going out, or can we survive a couple of games because he's out because of the backup guys we have? So let us know in the comments down below, man. All right. So now, with all that being said, man, hey, I want to thank everyone who participated in the Curtis Craft Switch Up, man. We're going to be, I would talk about again at the end of the show the questions they need to answer for that. So stay tuned. It will be in a dessert with your man Curt coming at the end of the show. And again, I'm giving away this fresh ass nice summer Detroit Lions lid, man. So so go ahead, man, and get your answers in for the questions, man. It's a couple questions, but I think it's like 3 or 4 really easy questions, man. Just go back into the archives and check out the videos and and you'll get all the answers to the questions, man. All right. So I know that my man did it big this weekend because he turned a big 3-7 this weekend, man. But he's got to be coming to the mic. The ladies are screaming his name. L, 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 L. The fog is lifting through the mountains from the big time player from the Himalayas. Man, it's my dude, LL Cool. So let's talk about that news and rumor topic for the day, my dude.
Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. My news and rumors topic for today. We're going to talk about the fact that Dan Campbell still has not named an offensive play caller for the first game of the season. This article that I saw comes from Jeremy Reisman, if I'm saying that right.
Jeremy.
But they, in the article, he just speaks about, Dan Campbell not really alluding to anything. And it's not even necessarily that big a deal. I feel like a lot of the coaches do. Well, some coaches do that where they don't necessarily want to let people. I feel like we already know that. Well, I got a good idea of who the play caller will probably be. And one of the quotes that I wanted to bring from the article, they asked him, and he was pretty much just giving his opinion on the current offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, because he has been the one who's been calling the plays. And it says, they're just asking about, does he look ready to call plays? And he says, so this is going to be good. It's going to be fun. He's done a great job. So I kind of think that, he isn't necessarily saying that Ben Johnson is going to be our play caller, but I don't think that he's not going to be our play caller. I don't think that Dan Campbell is going to call the plays unless Ben Johnson shows that he can't call the plays how maybe Dan Campbell sees fit, But I think going into the season is going to be Ben Johnson and continuing through the season. If you guys want to offer anything, what do you guys think? Who will be our offensive play caller for the first game and for the rest of the season?
I love Dan Tellica, man. That's my guy, man. But I think he should hand those play calling duties over to Ben Johnson, man. He trusted that young fella to enough to make him the offensive coordinator. And Campbell should let the young fella do his job, man. As a head coach, man, he can intervene when he sees fit to call plays if he need be. But here's one thing that I noticed, especially you can see this during Hard Knocks. Johnson has the pulse of the players on offense, right? He knows what what their strengths are. He's able to scheme plays to their strength. You look what Amara St. Brown said, hey, man, let's do this. And okay, he takes the information in, and he can go out there and draw a play up to get it done. And for me, that's key. He can scheme plays around the strengths of the players. You see how much Jared Goff has been involved with the offense, and the fact that Johnson has incorporated the players into the offense, not just what he wants to do as the offensive coordinator. It plays to their strengths, and he does a good job. So let him do his thing. You put him as the OC for a reason, so let him do his damn job. And say, what's that? Just do your damn job, and let him do his damn job. And then MCDC, man, you do your damn job and be over the whole team as a whole. What you got, Coach Jones?
All right. I think he's gonna let Ben Johnson call the plays. I think Dan Campbell's gonna be kind of overseeing what's going on. Because I don't know if people know, but like when you get the headsets, there's I think 2 headsets that have both offensive and defensive signals. And then I think Dan Campbell's going to have both of those listening to the play calls. And then the offensive guys have one headset. And then the defensive guys have another headset. And, those communication channels aren't crossed. But I think the only one who's going to have that is Dan Campbell or maybe another guy. I think Dan Campbell's always going to be listening in on both sides and kind of stepping in when need be. But I think Dan Campbell will be happy to hand over the play calling as long as it's successful, and he don't have to do as much. He can focus more on both sides of the ball and special teams as having his attention toward just the offense. So
yeah. Definitely for real, man. All right, man. Let's pay some bills right quick, man. If you want to get yourself some Lions gear, man. Now I know you see this thing on my head, man. This is one of the 2022 on-field caps, man. You know where I got it at fanatics.com. Links in the description below, man. You know what it is. A portion of the proceeds from that link go to help us grow the content on this channel. I got the home. This is the home one, and this is the away one. I got I had do a little what do you call that? work on a little surgery to make sure it's stretched out properly. So I had to, put that thing on the rack, get that thing right for me to put on. So that's why I didn't do an unboxing, because I couldn't put the things on my head, man. So I had to make sure I stretched them things out to get them right. But with that being said, man, go over to lnushop.com to get yourself some Lions Nation Unite gear, because it's always game day in LNU. And while you're over there, man, click the link for lnu.com, man. LionsNationUnite.com. You can go on your web browser if you want to do it on your mobile device, man. It's Lions Nation Unite. You can get it in the Google, Android, or Apple app stores, and it's the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans. You know what it is. You can watch this show right over there. You don't have to leave the app, man. You got my man, Micro Mike's over there, Dosha Dion, and all. Let's Talk Lions. It's all those guys are right over there. Detroit Lions podcast. All those guys are right there in the app, man. You don't have to leave the app to watch their shows or listen to their content right over there in the app. So go ahead and check it out, man. And you never know, man. You might run into Herman Moore in the app one day, man, right, just perusing that thing. So go ahead and check it out. For us, you can go right over to Detroit Lions on the Prowl.com and hang out with us. Or if you want to go behind the scenes with us, go ahead and hang out with us on your favorite social media platforms. And if you want to get yourself some Prowl Nation gear, go on over to lionsontheprowlshop.com, man. We got some new stuff coming, man. Just talked to Val the other day. Some new redesigns and some new products are coming, man. So go ahead and check us out right over there on that platform. So let's kind of get back into the content, man, because I know he is so proud of his young fellas over there at Jackson Northwest High School, man, because they out there pitching shutouts. Well, what it was the 56-6 was what y'all outscored opponents this season. Man, that defense is doing some work. And with the tutelage of my man, who?
Coach Jones, and man, shout out to them boys, man. We doing our thing. So in news that just came out recently, offensive lineman Taylor Decker agreed to restructure his contract, sending $6 million of his base salary into the signing bonus, which frees up $4.5 million in cap space, which, could be a move that kind of counteracts Big V, just in case he don't come back and we have to go and sign somebody else. Or maybe that's to get more aggressive before the trade deadline. It could be. Or it could be just Decker's like, hey, I want to be a great teammate and I just want to free up some money. Or he could just like, you know what, I'll take my money up front, dog. So, you know what I'm saying? Either way, either or, it frees up $4.5 million in cap, which means we can be more aggressive at the trade deadline in case we are in position to go to the playoffs and we're just one piece short. We can go and grab somebody, like Odell Beckham Jr. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like that, man. But I just want to know, what are you guys' thoughts on Taylor Decker freeing up that money, man? How does that help the Lions roster?
Hey, what's that? Keeping some money tucked to the side. You tuck that thing in. It's smart for Brad Holmes and Mike Disner, man. And here's another thing that you didn't bring up, but with the contracts of TJ Hockenson and DeAndre Swift coming up very soon, it's good to make sure you don't have to jump through hoops to make those deals to get done. So having some money tucked to the side is always good. You're gonna have some, contracts coming up. Of course, we know the new TV deals coming, so the salary cap is gonna jump up. But it's always what the ladies say: have a little mad money tucked to the side. So it's always good to have some, that little, that with the cushion, money under the mattress. What you got, LL?
Right. I'm pretty much along with you on this, Curt. Same thing. I don't think it's too big a deal. In the very beginning, like I kind of wonder why is it a move they're doing this for specifically, but it hasn't showed itself just yet. But it could just be that, just to have some extra room, for whatever comes down the line. As we see now, we got Big V, on IR, so it could be just in those kind of scenarios, just in case for that. So I ain't mad at it. Hopefully it's not too big a deal. Like hopefully this doesn't, was it a foreshadow or anything about any decisions to come about Taylor Decker in the future. But I don't think it's no big deal. I think it's just to help us out, help the team out, have a little more cap space. and for like what Coach Mike said, for any needed moves on down the line.
Mm-hmm. And the Lions did clear up some more cap space with the injury settlements that they kicked out this weekend with CJ Moore and some of the other guys, Trinity Benson, and the new guy, Drew Forbes. I believe his contract is only going to cost us about $895,000 with the claim for the young fella. So we're just being smart, man. We practicing Disneynomics here in Detroit, man. So that's what we're doing. You know how that fella he keeps some money. You know what I'm saying? That's the one dude you know what I'm saying, gonna keep some money around. So I like how he does his contracts, man, and keeping us under the salary cap and keeping us the roster fluid because we were definitely in cap hell, you know. And we got to get some of those other contracts off the books this year. So next year, we're going to be flush with some money. And with the new TV deal going to the effect, man, we're going to have some money to sign some big-time players and re-sign the guys that we want to sign on our roster. So it's always, man. Yeah, it's always smart, man. So with that being said, man, go ahead and like the video, comment on the video, share the video, man. Y'all know what we're trying to do. We're trying to get to 4K, man. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. Hey, and leave us a comment on any of the topics today in the comment cards, man, because that's what we like to do, man. We're fans who like you. We want to hear from you and hear what you had to say about the show and the team. So let us know in the description, in the comment section of the video. We know you're going to talk in the live chat, but just drop us a comment in the comment section, man, so we can, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and put y'all on the show because we do what? We pick 6 of those things to go into the show, and that's what we up to now. We up to the comment cards, baby. Now, first up, we got Shaman says, I'm happy with the initial 53-man roster. Okay. I'm curious as to who all will be pushed out when Romeo Okwara comes back. Very true. And I also wonder if they'll get rid of a tight end to grab a free agent piece. You know what though? And that is definitely a wonder of mine because we have a lot of tight ends on this roster right now. I'm just like, damn, I mean, we're looking like Chicago last year. I mean, like we have more tight ends than we usually have. So I mean, we'll see. I think it has to do with Jason Kabenda being on the shelf. I think once he comes back, we lose one of those tight ends.
Thanks for the comment, Shaman. Nigel Williamson said, I'm from the UK, and I think Obina Esley should not be signed. He can't block and is too raw. I just thought it was funny because he led that up, but I'm from the UK, like what they got to do with anything. But, yeah, I mean, he's practice squad, so hopefully he won't necessarily have to rely on him too much.
Yeah, and the reason why you have a guy who's that raw, you put him on a practice squad to get him better. You look how the last couple of years that Logan Stenberg has been on their practice squad. Now he's he's on the 53-man roster. You put him on there, you know, that's a learning tool for him. He's going to get better because he's so raw. You got to think about it, man. This is only his 8th year playing football, so he's going to be raw. So, you know what I'm saying? Give him a chance to get better, baby.
Yeah, I feel that. They shouldn't have put your boy on there, though. Boyle. But KC Bayboy says, we cut Patterson. Can't believe this regime. That's a SOL move if I ever seen one. SOL fan parody. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
he
been doing it on Twitter a lot lately.
Yeah. He just pulling the chains, man, because we all know that Seibert was the man before he got hurt, and then Riley Patterson came in and relieved him, but now Riley Patterson gets cut because Seibert back, man.
All right. Now I had to address this one because I saw this and I was like, what in the hell is this guy talking about? And this is from John. I don't know who John is, but you know, was Curt still a former gangster? Haha, just kidding. No, you're not. But the way he talks, he tried to talk and prostate himself as a gangster, even though he's not. I've never claimed to be a gangster ever in my life because I was never a gangster. Ever. Right. I talk how I talk because that's where I'm from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what, you know,
man.
A gangster, me? I'm a guy who served 26 years in the army. And I'm not saying ain't no gangsters in the army, but dude, I retired from the military. What the hell are you talking about? I've been transparent of who I am. I went to private school, man. What the hell did you talk about? A gangster? Yeah. No, man. I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? This is how my family talks on my dad's side of the family. That's how we get down. I've lived in the South forever. So I picked up some of those type of words and phrases, but I am who I am. You know, I've never claimed to be a gangster, man. A gangster, me? Nah, man, I've never tried to talk about being a gangster, man. What am I gangster for? I'm a gangster autism parent.
Right.
Bruh. I don't understand it, man. Now I can do some things for the culture, but I talk how I talk because that's where I'm from and that's what I do.
Yeah.
But that's, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You can miss me with that one, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Flint Town, baby.
I don't get it, man. What I mean is, look at yourself, bro. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to talk about, man. But a gang? Have you? I put it to you guys. Have I ever claimed to be? Do I talk gangster?
No. Never.
I think I clown more than anything.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That's I'm kind of lost on that. I don't really.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
it's
it's more of a joke than we see.
Yeah,
Maybe you really don't mean.
I hope so,
I
because they ain't never been Curt Steele, but I've never claimed to be a gangster. That ain't me.
Right.
That ain't me at all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A clown, yes. I clown all the time.
Ways,
now, hold on now. I ain't no killer, but no push me. Right. I tell you. What you got, LL? But thanks, John, for the comment. You confusing me, brother. Maybe you can elaborate on today's video of what you're saying. Okay, what you got, LL?
Right. George Eagle says, in Brad and Dan, I trust opener can't get here fast enough. I can't wait. My sentiments exactly, George Eagle. A lot of this stuff, I'm tired of talking. I'm just ready for week 1.
Yeah. Man, we got 2 days until football, man. We got Hard Knocks tonight and Thursday night football. It starts this. Man, I can't wait, baby.
We kicking it off right. Woo. Okay, let's go. Jeffrey Inglesby says, I don't like to bring up the New England Patriots, but I will say they have always been deep in their roster. So having all these potential starters in the practice squad is a unique position to be in. Go Lions. Yes, it is. That speaks to just Brad Holmes, John Dorsey, Ray Agnew, Chris Spielman. That's how they're putting this roster together, and they're keeping talent to shuffle in and shuffle out, man. It's kind of similar to how New England did. So free agents, you know, they come, they go. They come, they go. I mean, it's part of the game. So, hey, we thank you for that comment. But if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, share the video. You know how you got to do. Get on them separate laptops, iPhones, all of that, man, and watch the video, man. Have a little watch party with your homies, with your girl, with your kids, all of that, man. And tune in to Detroit Lions on the Prowl, man, because we bring you the content as fresh as possible. What you got up next, Curt?
All right, yeah, y'all know what it is, man. Now that goes from my favorite segment to a lot of people's favorite segment, including my man Grand 012, who always has a cup of coffee when he's eating the dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Go over to the link in the description, over to the Facebook page, man, and look at all those desserts, man. If you don't do the Facebook thing, you can go to TikTok or Instagram, man, and check out all that beautiful dessert footage, man. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. All right, so let's revisit the Curt cap switch up questions. You can answer them in the comment section of the video. You can go back and check out the archives. All right, the winner will be announced on this week's Free for All Friday. So what draft cap style is my favorite is the first question. So what draft cap is my favorite? Which year? And then I have another question. The next question is, what year did I join the Army and what year did I retire? Now, it's on one of the Salute the Service caps that I have. That's the only customized cap I have, and it has my rank, and it has what year I joined the Army and what year I retired. And then what style of New Era fitted, because there's specific ones of the 5950 that I like. And then the last one is, what was the last cap I wore doing the Curt cap switch up? Was the last one I wore. Okay, so those are the 4 questions. So go ahead, you can answer it in this video or any video for the rest of the week, and the winner will be announced on Friday during Free for All Friday. Now, here's some personal news for your man Curt Steele. All right, so I'd like to announce that I have taken the position as a Detroit Lions blogger over at gridironheroics.com, man. It's a website over there. I'm trying to establish myself as a writer. I will still keep posting content to DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com. But my primary focus will be writing over there. I will post content periodically about the Detroit Lions and sprinkling a little bit of Michigan Wolverines as well over there on that site. But prior to announce that I did accept the position, they offered it to me last week. I accepted this weekend, and we'll be writing for doing blogs over there on gridironheroics.com. Stay tuned. I will make sure I post links on my Twitter and my Instagram, and for those articles when they come out, or those blogs when they come out. So go ahead and check me out over there at Gridiron Heroics, man. They got a great staff over there writing articles, man. It's just a good opportunity for me to go ahead and establish myself as a content writer. And it's just a little blessing, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead, check your boy Curt out, man. I appreciate all the support. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving the show. I'm not going anywhere. I'll still be right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. I ain't going nowhere, so I'm sticking right here on the show. But check me out over there at gridironheroics.com. My first article will be out in the next day or so. So go ahead and check that thing out, man. And once it gets established, I will be posting the links to that channel right here in the description of our video, man. So you can check us out anywhere you need, you know what I'm saying? Because your boy Curt still gonna always be a part of the Prowl Nation family, man. With all that being said, man, thank you guys for tuning in right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Now it's time to take that walk on over to the Wall of Fame, baby. All right, first up, we got my man, the Marcus King, because he's the king of everything, because he's the everything king. We got Sage Roberts in the building, Brian Stover, George Eagle, and Dan Spanish, who got a birthday recently as well. We got our several members. We got my man Cap Ice Cold, Henry Wallace, and Mr. Scotty the Bear, the Frenchman, baguettes, and all that, baby. And our gold members, we got my man Michael Huck, Mr. Reliable, Larry McQuiston, North and Ken, Mr. Rough and Raw himself, Just in the D, Lady Lionor of Douchebaggy, and Nicole be holding it down. The Jazzy one, Paul Jarose, and you know what tomorrow is? Tomorrow's Wednesday. What that mean? It's the Gold Members meeting at 3 p.m. Man, it's a good time. Hang out with the crew. You get to hang out with some of the crew from the Detroit Lions on the Prowl, and we could talk football. We talk stories, man. It's a great time. So if you want to go ahead and be a member of the Wall of Fame, click that join now button in the description, man. Now it's time for final thoughts for today's show. My man, my mellow, get on the mic because you know you ate birthday jello. Well, man, LL, what you got, man?
Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. Have a great day. Shout out to the Gold members, man. I haven't been able to be in the meeting in quite a while, but shout out to everybody that's still there. Shout out to everybody that was there. I ain't seen y'all in a while, and I miss y'all. I miss y'all as true friends do. Shout out to the Gold members, and have a great Tuesday.
Yeah, man. What you got, Coach Jones?
Yeah, man. I just want to say it's game week. Yeah, man, like it's getting kicked off right. We got the final episode of Hard Knocks tonight. Then we got the Bills versus the Rams on Thursday night, and then Sunday is Lions time, baby. So I'm thoroughly excited. We about to have football all week long. It's like a little slow build up into the Lions play, man, and I'm just ready to get this year kicked off right. So with all that, man, y'all have a good day out there.
Man, and what a week of college football we had this weekend, man. It was some great games this weekend. We had some blowouts. Of course, the first weekend of the season, it's going to be some blowouts, man. And our boys over there in Ann Arbor, man, put a can of what on a brother out there from Colorado State, man. It was nothing nice. I'm loving that defensive line, man. 7 sacks for the Wolverines. And you said the pass rush is gone in the NFL. Well, man, trying to rethink that one. But I'm loving the Wolverines, man. I'm loving what I'm seeing at Jackson Northwest High School, man. I'm still loving what I'm seeing in college football, high school football, man. And now the big boys is coming to town because the NFL is about to start, man. I can't wait for it, man. It just does my heart good to see football on TV, man. Hey, man, it's from ear to ear, man. But thank you, everyone, for supporting Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You're home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. And for many people who did not go to work yesterday, it's Tuesday, man. For the people who did, I know the grind is a little bit harder sometimes on Tuesday when you come back from a holiday. So go ahead and get your mind right, get the grind on, man, because, it's going to get a little harder because you're going to have at least 4 or 5 meetings on Tuesday that could have been emails on Monday. So go ahead and get your meeting on, man. If you're getting overwhelmed at work, do me a favor, step back, take a deep breath, get refocused, man, and get back at it. And if you need help, ask for it, man, because asking for help is a sign of strength and not weakness. And September is Mental Health Awareness Month. So if you need to get yourself some help with your mentals, man, go ahead and get checked out, man, because that is definitely a sign of strength, man, because you can't do it by yourself sometimes. You need some help, man. So go ahead and get it. So it is Two-Piece Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. And what is that? Some people say you can get $1 coney on a Tuesday, depending where you live, man. So go ahead, man. Whatever you ate for your lunch, man, go ahead, get them crumbs off your face, man. Finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Coach Mike, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.